In this video, I want to show you two things the Gipsy Kings do to make their music more compelling, especially when they play live. Okay, this lesson assumes that you already know how to play the Gipsy Kings Roomba. If you don't, check out my How to Play Like the Gipsy Kings video. Here we're going to look at one thing you can do when you're playing one of those Gipsy Kings Roombas to make things more dramatic as you go into another section. So if we look at a song like Bamboleo, which is E minor to A minor to B7, we would have this. Playing the Roomba and resolving E minor. Well, if we want to build up to a new section, especially if that new section is going to be the same chord as what we're doing here, we can create this dramatic build up by playing the triplet rasgueo on the 5 chord. So this B7 wants to go to E minor. So if we hold that one, that already has some drama in it because it has this tension it wants to resolve. But we're going to use what we call the triplet rasgueo. They do this all the time in so many of their songs. We're going to go up with the thumb, down with the middle, down with the thumb, and that's going to equal 1 beat when we do that. We're going to go. How do we do this? Like, where rhythmically does it happen? It's almost always going to happen on the 2. So don't do anything on the 1. This starts on the 2 all the way through 2 measures, and it's going to end on the first beat on the 1. So it's going to look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now, other sequences can happen like this that are shorter, but I'm just thinking of Bamboleo specifically. It really creates more of dramatic tension the longer you do it. Okay, so we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you could start on the 1 instead of leaving that spot blank, but that also creates drama, a little bit of a gap there. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and we're gonna kill it right there with what we call apagado. We're killing the strings that way. That also creates a gap, and it creates this expectation of whatever comes next. So now, when we go into the chorus of Bamboleo, it was just the same chords we were playing already, but now it sounds more appropriately that that's happening. Okay, so we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then. Overuse this, but you can do it on so many conclusions. Just don't do it every time, or it'll be like, what's wrong with that guy? He's had too much coffee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. If it were shorter, we would just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and you can throw that in anywhere also. Let's see what this would sound like if we were in a major key. Let's play G, and then we got a D7 right here. So we're just gonna play Roomba. A nice big gap. Okay, that's something that the Gipsy Kings do consistently in their music, and it's a really cool thing that you can add to your own playing. Now let's look at how the Gipsy Kings end their songs almost all the time when they play live. Instead of, like, a lot of their recordings might just fade out, you can't fade out when you're playing live, they do this ending. That is like a characteristic Gipsy Kings ending, and so many Roomba players do that. And this is what's happening. We're playing downstroke, and try to kill it. There's a lot of muting going on, and that also creates that drama. If you did this, that still works, but muting it really creates more attitude, you could say. So what we're doing in this case, if you had a bar chord, it might be easier because we can just relax and get that automatic silence by just not squeezing anymore. But if we're on an E minor chord, which is so common of a chord, we want to be able to take your pinky and just touch all the strings, lighten up the pressure here so that we don't have any sound at all. So I'm going, that would be something worth working on, I think. Okay, so we're going down, mute again, and then we go mute it again. So that's 3 in a row, but the rhythm was not even. It went, see, that second space was longer. So it's down, 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 up, down. And at the end, you can mute it or let it ring out. So if we put both of these Gipsy Kings things together, we would have this. So see if you can put a couple of these elements into your own playing, and if you don't know how to play that Gipsy Kings Roomba, you gotta watch this video.